Hi, it's Sherry from A Quilting Life, and I'm here today with our May block of the month. I can't believe this is our 5th block for this quilt along, and I think this quilt just gets cuter with every block that gets made, and especially as I see all of your blocks out there. So keep sharing them. I'm really enjoying seeing them all. We'll just get started right now and just dive into today's block and a few extra helps for you as you sew along. Okay, so here are my May blocks. The large block is my Seashore Drive version, and I used just 2 colors for this month's block. I love this darker blue, and I just think it really looks nice with the orchid color for contrast. If you really wanted to, these long pinwheel units, I feel like those should probably all be one color. But if you wanted to add a 3rd print in here, you could do these 4 extra half square triangles out of an additional fabric. So just an option if you want to just add a little bit more color into this block. Now for my 6-inch block, I actually used, again, just the red for the center, the dark blue for my 4 accents, and the medium blue for my churn dash. I'm kind of keeping an eye on, because I am using all of the colors, the dark blue and the light blue and the red for my churn dash sections in here. So I'm kind of keeping an eye on how many I use of each one. Let me show you what I mean. And this will kind of help as you kind of start to plan your layout. So this will be block 1, block 2, block 3, block 4, and here's our block 5. So what I'm doing with this is I didn't want to put a dark blue churn dash border on this one, because then that would have meant that I would have had my 2 light blue right on top of each other. So I made sure that they're always diagonal, and then in this case my next block will have a dark blue churn dash border. So I'll have, you know, the dark blue, red, medium, dark. And then I'll probably do this next row will be a medium. So they'll kind of go diagonally, if that makes sense. So that's how I'm working out these. I'm just kind of looking at it, the layout. The other thing you can do is, you know, you can switch up the order of the blocks when you put your quilt together, so that isn't an issue either. But I really like how this is coming along. I've had some questions recently, just talked about it in my Patreon group actually, about how many colors to put in a block. And I feel like this is a really good project to kind of work on that. You know, how many different prints and colors do you put in? Okay, and then let me lay out the large blocks for you so far. Now with those, I don't have to worry as much because all of the sashings are gray. So, and again, I am sort of keeping them a little bit diagonal too. So then my next block, I will definitely use this print for my gray sashing, unless there is one more gray print in this collection, and I might throw that in a couple places. So I might use it actually for the next sashing row. But I just really love how these blocks are coming together, and I have seen some great ones all over the internet. I really love seeing all of your fabric combinations that you're using. Now, just one more thing I wanted to talk about. I don't have pictures to pop up with this video for the block assembly, but I just want to show you. It's because the center star unit is just a simple, the 4 rows are sewn together. So I just wanted to point that out. I didn't feel like there was really a need for pictures, because I just laid out all 16 units for this star, And then it's just sew this row together, this row, this row, this row. And then what I did on the seams, I alternated directions. So I pressed this way, and then I pressed this way, and then I pressed this way, and then I pressed this way. And then when I sewed the rows together, this is probably helpful, the top and the bottom rows both got pressed into the center. And this center seam where that pinwheel meets in the center, it was really bulky. So I pressed that seam open. And I actually did the same thing with the small block. It kind of doesn't really matter which direction these go, but that center seam with all of those little points, it's really great to have this pressed open. So hopefully that'll give you all the tips and tricks that you need to put this together. I did use triangle paper. In fact, I was going to show you, I just keep this in my project box, and it's just a variety pack of triangle paper. And I did use the triangle paper for my small block because it just really makes it super accurate. And for these, I didn't. I could have. They do make triangle paper in this size as well. So I can link to those for both blocks, but the pattern is written to where it's sized up a bit, so you trim it down. But anyway, that's it for the May block of the month. Next month, we will be halfway through. I can hardly believe it, but we will. So happy quilting. Okay, so that's it for the May block of the month. I did just want to point something out. Actually, Billy actually thought of this when we were putting everything away and getting ready to tape this closing segment. I told you I was going to use a dark blue over here, but I actually am thinking I'm probably going to go red. And so I'm probably going to have 6 of my blocks with the red sashing, and 6 will have blue, but 3 of them will be the medium and 3 of them will be the dark. So yes, I think I'm going to make a red churn dash section for that next block. Just wanted to point that out. I hope you're enjoying sewing along. Remember, the link is in the description to head over to my blog and get the free pattern. Also, since we are partway through the year, I just want to point this out because every year I get so many people emailing for previous patterns. Just make sure that you're getting them all and downloading them because they will only be available for free through the end of the year. And after that, I do put them on my Etsy shop. Mostly, and at that point, sometimes shops start using them for their customers, for kits and sew-alongs and things like that. So I do want to make sure that you just go and download those patterns each month as they're available. That's it for today. If you enjoyed the video, please share it with a friend, hit the like button, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Thanks so much for stopping by.